Let's search for what is in the mind. Because if you do so, then in this very mind you will find all the treasures. So mun je man ki dubida mare. Who is a Muni? Muni is that person who kills the duality in the mind. Duality in the mind. Now it has two meanings. One is, should I do this, should I not? Should I do this, should I not? This is one social, I would say, duality. Then the other one is the duality where you think there are two existences. One is I, me, and one is God. Two different entities. But the truth is this, it's not. It's the Advait. Non-dualistic Advait. That's just, we can't say one existence, that's why we say non-dual. There aren't two, just one. We can't say one, that's why we say Advait, non-dual. So, if you have found and if you have researched your mind, then it's possible to come out of this duality and you come to the Vedantic perspective of your life. Dubida mar brahm bichare. When you will kill this duality, how can you do that? By doing the contemplation on Brahma, the one absolute existence. Mind you, this is coming from Sri Guru Granth Sahib, because it's difficult to understand this. Guru Sahib is saying, Mool moh kar karte jagat upaya. In the root cause was the attachment because of which Lord gave birth to this world, or should I say, manifested this world. This is a common man's language. In Vedantic language, nothing is born and nothing dies. It's just an appearance which you have in front of you. Please be with me, this is something very deep. There is nothing real which you are seeing. This is just an appearance. There is just an appearance which you see, whether it's appearance of your body or of this universe. It's just an appearance. And this appearance is happening. Why? Guru Sahib gives a very poetic take onto it. And Guru Sahib says, the Ishvara got attached to the universe, hence manifested this world. So we can say this whole universe is the love child of Ishvara. Maya Vashisht Chaitanya Ishvara. It's a lovely work of why this creation happened? I said, just the love. Mamta laye param pulaya. But one thing is there, because the karta. Now this is a very satirical and very, very powerful, potent statement which Guruji is making. And he is saying, because it started with attachment, hence every mind has attachment in it. The universe manifested because of attachment of Ishvara. Now if I bring the Purana into the picture, then the Purana use lot of stories and analogies, and they say, now listen to the story. The story goes, Brahma one day had a thought in his mind. And from that thought, he breathed out. Because whenever the thoughts will come in your mind, the breath is going to be in an exhaled way. What you people call sighing. Some pressure is there, hence you sigh. So the Puranic story is, it's a Puranic story. Very, very coded stories are there. Brahma had a thought, and from that thought, this whole universe happened. The sustenance is happening through Vishnu, and the demolition will be happening through Shankara. So these three names are actually for one same energy. Like in the human body, there is this cell where two activities are happening simultaneously. That is called anabolism and catabolism. Making and breaking is happening simultaneous. It's just one energy which is doing this job. So Brahma is the creator, Vishnu, they say, is the sustenance giver, and Shankar, the catabolic agent. And we can say Brahma, the anabolic agent. And the activity started from the mind of Brahma. Things got into being. First, the Panchamahabhut, the 5 big elements. The macro 5 elements. Then 5 tanmatras. Tanmatras means the sight, word, shabda, sound, taste, smell. These tanmatras were formed. Then the 5 elements were formed. The Panchamahabhut. The 5 elements. Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, Akash. Earth, water, air, fire and ether. And from the various combinations of these very elements, the various beings were formed. Jalchar, those who will live in water. Nabchar, those who will stay in the sky. Thalchar, the 4-legged beings who will walk on the earth. So 3 types of beings were then formed. Now the basic masala, the basic ingredient from everything, which everything came into being, was the thought of Brahma. And then all the expressions and the multiplications and the whole algorithm was set from Brahma's mind. Why he wanted to do? Why? And that's what Nanak Bani is saying. Mool moh kar karte. Who is the karta? Brahma. The Brahma had the root desire to create. Hence the creation happened. And now mamta laye param pulaya. And now in every mind there is Brahm. Brahm means misconceptions, ajnana, darkness, ignorance. Pulaya. And every jiva, every I, every mind has totally forgotten. They are bewildered in this world and living and dying and taking birth, living and dying and taking birth. This is going on and on. Ismante sab pind parana. Guru is saying, for this mind, everybody is different. Parana, paraya, stranger. ऐसे समझिए, जब आपका शरीर पैदा हुआ तो 1.5 किलो के थे, हैं? फिर वो 2 का हुआ, फिर 4 का हुआ, फिर 5 किलो का शरीर हुआ. आप उस शरीर को मैं मानते थे, है ना? फिर जवानी आ गई तो वजन चला गया 50-52 किलो पे. फिर आप उस शरीर को मैं कहने लग गए. वो बचपन वाला शरीर तुम्हारा कहाँ गया? पराना हो गया ना, स्ट्रेंजर हो गया ना, ढूंढने से भी नहीं मिलेगा अब तो. अब जो 65 पार कर गए उनके शरीर और बुढ़े हो गए. और जब 80 छू जाएगा, जब 90 छू जाएगा, फिर एक पॉइंट पे आकर के जीव कहता है बस बहुत जी लिया, अब तो ना कहानी खत्म ही होनी चाहिए. जिस शरीर को सजाते संवारते थे वो उसी शरीर से पीछे छुड़ाना चाहते. यही बात गुरुदेव कह रहे हैं, हर शरीर तुम्हारे लिए पराया है, आज भी पराया है, कल भी पराया है। पर जब तक शरीर जवान होता है, इसमें रस होता है, तो भागता है, दौड़ता है, दुनिया के पीछे जाता है। पर जब ये बूढ़ा हो जाता है, जब बीमार हो जाता है, जब चला नहीं जाता, जब उठा नहीं जाता, जब कुछ हजम नहीं होता, फिर डॉक्टर कहते हैं अब किडनी काम नहीं कर रही, अब हार्ट काम नहीं कर रहा है ना, अब ये काम नहीं कर रहा, अब वो काम नहीं करता, बड़े इलाज कराता, फिर एक पॉइंट पे आके कहते हैं जी बस करो, अब इलाज नहीं कराना, अब मरता तो मरे, पीछा छोड़ो। चाहता नहीं है मरना, पर मजबूरी है, फिर कहता जाए। You know, I often receive letters from the older disciples and my listeners. They say that it has been now very, very long living in this body. We feel trapped. I feel now this body should go away. Why this body is going on? Why isn't it stopping living? Please bless us that this body should now die. I receive such emails. The body which you loved, now you don't even wish to continue in that very body. Thanks to the understanding of reincarnation, at least those who understand this, they aren't scared of death. They think, well, this body is now, we are done with it, let this body go. We will surely get another one. But still the fear is also there. So it's a very complex situation. Person doesn't want to go living in that body, but that body is not working. So praise to God, take this body away. So isn't this body a stranger to all of us? Actually, even now when it is young and energetic and beautiful. जब शरीर बूढ़ा हो जाए, बीमार हो जाए, तभी इससे पीछा छुड़ाने की चाह करोगे, तब तो करोगे। पर जब ठीक होता है, जब जवान होता है, तब तो किसी को ख्याल भी नहीं आता है मौत का। तब मरने की कोई बात कर दे तो बुरा लगता है, अरे मरने की बात मत करो। शाम के बाद कोई मरने की बात है कि वो मर गया, अरे चुप करो, मरने की बातें मत करो। अच्छा, तुम्हारे चुप करने से मौत होगी नहीं? I don't know why, but you are so scared to discuss death on your dinner tables. Why can't you have a discussion on what death is even on the dinner table? Isn't it a fundamental truth? If we love to celebrate our happy birthdays, then why can't we learn to celebrate our death days? Why the fears? अब सोचो ना, जन्मदिन होता है तो कितना अच्छा लगता है, जो मिले हैप्पी बर्थडे, हैप्पी बर्थडे, हैप्पी बर्थडे। चाहे 80 साल का हो जाए तो भी अच्छा लगता है। कोई केक लेके आए, कोई मोमबत्ती लगाए, कोई प्रेजेंट लेके आए, कोई गिफ्ट दे, कोई पार्टी करे, कितना अच्छा लगता है। मैं गलत नहीं कह रही हूं, खूब करो, पर उसी बर्थडे वाले दिन थोड़ा ये विचार भी करो कि जिसका जन्मदिन मना रहे हैं, इसका मरण दिन भी तो होगा, तो मरने से क्या घबराना। तुम्हारी कार पुरानी हो जाए, तुम खुशी से बेचते हो, नहीं ले लेते हो। शरीर पुराना होगा तो जाने दो, फिर नया मिल जाएगा। एक ने कहा पता नहीं मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा। मैं कहा वैसे बात तो सही कह रहे हो, करतूतें तो अच्छी हैं नहीं। The fear is also there, whether we'll get the human body again or not. I'm just reading this question from Uddhav. He says that I saw a film in which the lion is eating the deer. It was very terrifying. Deer was still breathing while lion tried to eat him. I had been thinking that our past karmas decide our birth. Doesn't this mean that the lion will be born like the deer in his next birth. Can these animals ever be born as a human, and on the top of that, will they ever be able to walk on the path of jnana? I have heard about the cycle of karma. Is there any way to break out of this circle? Say someone has lot of bad karmas, wouldn't these karmas influence him to do more bad karmas? The problem is this, that is the vicious circle in which every individual soul or jiva is trapped. Somebody hurts you, you want to hurt them back. Isn't it so? Huh? Somebody abuses you, you wish to abuse them back. Somebody gives you a hard time, you wish to give them a hard time too. And this mutual give and take continues. The cycle of the karma is getting well oiled and well rolled because of this. Now, question is there any way to come out of it? Sure, the way is there, but people do not have the priority to look for that door from where they can walk out. And you know what? The door is of realization of self. The medium to have this is this Brahma Vidya, which I am speaking to you. And when I sometimes go very deep, I find people going into sleep. So here and there, then I crack a joke or sing a song just to wake up the poor fellows who have fortunately come here, and yet their unconsciousness has taken over. I flew thousands of miles to come here to give you these sessions, and that too after 4 years. And I was asking about a family, a gentleman. I said, why I am not seeing that person? That person is not here. Why? I have come in Washington, in their area. They say, well, they had trekking tour fixed. So they have gone for trekking.